everybody. Welcome back to StereoScope Rewind, the podcast where we talk TV, movies, and have strong feelings about fictional TV friends, and we're ready to share. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Amy.
Hello again, Amy. We're doing a big back-to-back day today, everybody. So
back-to-back. No wardrobe change.
No wardrobe change, no nothing, because we're being good children. We're watching one episode and then not watching the next one until we come and talk to each other and you.
Yes.
So
you get crazy hair today, Jeff.
Good crazy hair. I get my fancy t-shirt outfit. I like this t-shirt though.
We both wore t-shirts today. Like
we're being fancy, everybody. Today. It's Sunday. Sunday. Enjoy yourself. So, but on this one, let's just get right into it because once again, we're all talking today about The Bear, season 4, episode 4, titled "Worms" was the title of this one. Worms. And I couldn't figure out totally what that meant. I don't know, but it's called Worms. That's what they titled the episode.
I don't see that correlation, but okay.
Maybe we'll talk about it and we'll figure it out all along the way here.
But most people are smarter than I am, so...
No, come on now. No, not necessarily. Come on.
I mean,
yeah.
Worms?
Maybe it's like people worm into your life. I don't know.
I mean, the whole thing was Sydney getting her hair done, so maybe there's some kind of correlation there that... We don't understand.
Yeah,
that we don't understand.
That could be something. I'll have to Google that.
Can someone tell us what worms mean and if it correlates to hair?
Hair, like the hairstyle she got or what was going on. Or is it just about like friends are being wormy? I don't know.
Maybe.
Friends are being kind of wormy. I don't know.
Worms.
Worms.
What was your overall feeling, Jeffrey?
Fastest episode in The Bear history. Like I wasn't even ready yet, and it ended, and I was shocked. I was
There's
like,
not more?
Wait, what? It was 31 minutes, which is normal for The Bear. There's nothing crazy about that. They didn't short us or anything. And I was literally watching it. I was loving it. I was like, this is so cool. It was fun. There are episodes like this. I like to call them snapshot episodes, where it's like a small snapshot. Like it's
into
not like
someone's life.
It's not a whole week. It's not a whole day. It's not anything. It's just like. It's like your Tuesday. You basically went out and someone filmed you from 11 to 4. Like that's basically what happened. And so a snapshot. And for me, that was the most wisdom in 30 minutes of television I've ever seen in my maybe not my entire life, but it's been a while since I've seen that much wisdom coming from not only an adult, but a child.
Yes. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. I said I love that it focused on Sydney and just the overall feel when you're so torn between life decisions and then you're anxious about it and then she's explaining it to a child.
Yeah.
And children have such like a pure way of thinking of things and they don't overcomplicate things. So it was just so interesting that she's like trying to make this life decision with this 11-year-old, you know?
Yeah. Her name was TJ. She was adorable. And she was so good. And I do love how she's like, but there's no pizza. And she's like, no, we can make pizza. We can make Thai food. We can make whatever we want.
She's like, so they're both bad decisions. And
so
she's like, well, no. One's really special.
No. Yeah. So luckily this wasn't as gut punchy as the past episodes, which made me very happy.
Yes.
But there was that one gut punchy moment where she said, if it's not your house, how do you know they'll let you fix it? And it was just like, oh.
You're like, shut up, TJ.
TJ.
What do you know? You're 11.
Yeah, TJ, whatever. Go to your sleepover.
Yeah, that was really sweet. Like them going I was waiting for her when Sydney went up and started talking to TJ. I was like, someone say they're hungry. Someone invite them to cook something. And then it turned into this whole store visit and cooking together and her like looking over, what are you doing over there, Sydney? Like, yeah, I thought it was really wholehearted and really sweet. I really liked this one.
Oh, and it goes to show I agree with there's nothing a walk and talk won't solve in your life. Like this is real life too. I'm not talking about a movie. I know walk and talk is a term from television and movies, but like I've never been on a walk with someone one-on-one and never gotten into some things that you didn't know you wanted to talk about. Like something about walking and talking because you're not in your space, you're not in your cocoon, you're not near your devices.
Your blood's flowing.
You're feeling good. You kind of feel like you're alone. You're like it's a safe space because like you're out and about. So if you're just walking through the neighborhood or whatever, like. most people aren't listening to what's happening. You're not like in a room being like, oh, who's listening? Who's
well,
in
and
the
you're
other
not
room?
sitting and directly looking at people. You have to
Yes.
watch where you're walking. So
Yep.
it lends, I think, maybe a little. You feel a little better about maybe saying some things than if you were making direct eye contact with someone.
That's true. You can just kind of say it, and you're not worried about the reaction. You're just like, I got to say this. I got to say it out loud. I just got to say it. So,
Agreed.
But yeah. So I love, it's one of those. It's one of those, it might be a short episode for us because
it will be.
I just loved it. I loved seeing Sydney. We finally got some answers from her, which I think is something that we haven't gotten all season. We've just seen her like waffling and being upset and being
ignoring
scared,
calls,
the agreement, and ignoring calls, ignoring things, ignoring what's going on. And so we really got to see into what she's doing.
And maybe that's why she's not talking to her dad, because I don't know if he knows the situation, but I feel like he might lead her in a direction and she's not ready to hear outside opinions, maybe.
Yeah, like maybe he'd be like, oh, more money, more respect, more whatever. Like, you should go with the new place. And I mean, I know at the end of the episode, she said, I want to go over some paperwork with Shapiro.
I didn't like that.
I did not like that either. And maybe she's going to try and see what she can get or what she can do. Maybe more control. I feel like Shapiro will give her whatever she wants. So
he's a lot, and
he's a little over the top now. He's a little too over the top for me now. Like I like his character. He's a little too agreeable, as aggressive. He wants to get her in the door. I mean, she is a superstar in the chef world. I mean, she doesn't know it yet, but I think she's one of those an up-and-coming chef that I think he sees it, and he wants to do anything he can to get her in the room. But he makes me uncomfortable now. He's just so
it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes him feel inauthentic. Like whereas when we first met him, I feel like he really wanted to create something great, and even though he probably still does, it just feels too much. And when someone's just throwing the kitchen sink at you, it just makes it feel not as genuine.
Yeah, and I did appreciate that one small moment when he was like, "They're going to put secret drawers in." She's like, "Oh, that's cute," and he was just like, "Whatever." And I was like, "Okay, good. At least she." Like, I don't think she meant it in a bad way, but it's like, you got to be, if you're not excited about his little drawers, what else is he gonna, like, that's a struggle. Like, he might have other cute little things, or not cute little things. I'm doing the same thing. If he might be other things he's excited about, and you can't be his chef and be like, oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah,
whatever.
I didn't like how he was like, yeah, bring in, some of that Afro-American, flavor. And I'm like, yes, if she wants to, but like she's like a world-class chef at this point. Yeah,
she's pasta. She can do it all. Do whatever she wants.
Like when I look at Sydney, I just see like a world-class chef.
Yeah.
So let's not bring her in to get you some kind of Afro-American vibe. Like, what is that? When he said that, I'm like, what the heck? What does that mean?
Yeah, is he almost hiring her because then he can, like, remember he said at the end, he was like, you're not going to hire you, and then everyone in the kitchen's going to look like me. You can do whatever you want, unless you want that. She's like, no, I do not want that.
And she's like, no.
I do want that.
Well, and look at the people at the Bear. We've got everybody.
Bear's very diverse.
Yes, we got older, younger, black, white. I don't know what Tina is. I think, not sure, but we've got everyone, and they all just like are a big family. And I didn't like when she called him, and I'm like, I know we're kind of bouncing around just because we're bouncing around.
We're bouncing around because the episode was great, and I wanted so much more of that day, and we're not even touching on how amazing. Like, I was trying to figure out how the family works, and I feel like they're just cousins. Are they cousins?
I don't know if they're cousins.
Her name was Chantel, so it was Chantel, Sydney, and TJ. Those are the three characters.
Yeah, I thought at first maybe does Sydney have a sister, and maybe this is her niece because it seemed very niecey to me. But when you're lifelong friends with people, that's how I interact with my friends' kids. So, I think it was like a friend because she did say. You could hear her say, "Oh, it's just I'm hanging out with my mom's friend."
No, she said my mom's cousin.
Oh, she did?
She did say cousin.
Okay,
that's why I was trying to figure it out. But also, but you're also totally correct. Where like just because you say cousin, like I'm Uncle Jeff. I've
got a bunch of cousins that I'm not related to.
I have a niece that my sister and my brother-in-law. They're family. I am definitely Uncle Jeff. But I have other friends who have kids. They're friends of mine, and those kids definitely call me Uncle Jeff.
Yeah.
So just because you say it. doesn't mean
yeah.
it doesn't mean. So basically, I took from it whether I had fun trying to figure out the tree because it's always kind of fun to dig deeper into the episode. But overall, they are close friends, if not family. They're like that family type friendship level.
Sorry, hold please.
Oh,
I've got a creature.
Uh-oh. Hi, Itsy. Whoa! Hi, Itsy.
Ooh. Over there, boo. Sorry.
That's okay.
She crawled up on the arm of my chair.
I love it. We had a little guest star.
Yes. But yeah, we don't know.
We don't know, but they're that kind of friend, family-ish relationship where like they haven't spoken in, I mean, I don't know how often she gets her hair done, but I'm sure it's might be every month, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure how that works.
6 weeks. But typically, I don't know.
Is it 6 weeks?
I don't know how it works with braids, but 6 weeks is when I get my hair done.
Okay, so let's say she hasn't seen her like in a month and a half. Maybe they haven't even spoken in a month and a half, and they're like right back into it. Like you can tell that they've been through some stuff together.
I really liked that. I loved this whole episode, but I liked that because when you're going through things in your life, and Sydney obviously doesn't have a partner, right?
No.
When you're going through things, when those really old friends that know you so well, and just being around them and having that joy of friendship and just having like a funny, like gossiping session. And obviously she got really deep with TJ for a while there.
Yeah.
But, having those friendships is so important in your life, and separating your work a little bit and having some of that just fun, silly joy with a friend is so important. And that's what I got from that episode.
Yeah, like it was basically, it felt like an entire afternoon where she didn't have to talk or deal with the bear at all. Yeah. I mean, mentally, she probably had it on her mind, but there was probably moments during that day where she was with TJ in the store and all this stuff. And like, the bear wasn't even coming through. Like it was totally gone. Yeah,
and that's how girls are too. Like when we get together and we haven't seen each other in a while, you're like, you'll never guess what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I have a couple friends like that I've known for 20 plus years. And those are the times when like sometimes you need that friend just to do the small talk and how you doing? Everything's fine. I'm having a good day.
Just comfortable conversation.
Yeah. And then sometimes we'll sit down with a couple of my buddies and just be like, all right, this is what we're doing tonight, is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And you just cut right to the meat. You're just like, here we go. This is happening. And I spent some time with some friends yesterday where we were talking about, more than just like the weather and the Dodgers losing.
Sure.
And so, and that's always, it's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling to know. And then,
well, it's nice to know that there are people out there that love you no matter what you're doing and where you're working. And, she has no skin in the game when it comes to where Sydney works. She just loves her as a friend. So it's like, I don't know. Do you have any favorite quotes?
I want to know what energetically musty is. I just, when she said that, I was like, the house smelled energetically musty. I think she was talking about the bear, but still, I want to just know what that means. So I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll get back to everyone on that. And then my other quote was just TJ when she was like, "If it's not your house, how do you know they'll let you fix it?"
That was a good one.
That was solid. And then for me, the banter of the three of them together at the end, garbage salad. I had to look up garbage salad, and garbage salads looked delicious.
Said Chicago staple.
Yeah, garbage salad usually have cherry. I put it in the notes: cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, roasted red peppers, artichoke hearts, mozzarella, Genoa, salami, caramel olives, another type of olives, Castelvetrano olives, chilled shrimp.
Okay, so it kind of sounds like an antipasta salad.
I think it's
then
an
you throw in the shrimps.
And there's lettuce. Like there's like a iceberg lettuce too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's iceberg lettuce, and then usually it's a fancy thing. Yeah. That's one person's version. There was like 3 different versions.
I would do all of that except the olives.
Yeah. There's one restaurant in Chicago that I guess kind of invented it.
Oh,
so that's
cool.
why it's a Chicago staple. That's why.
Do you like olives?
Oh yeah, I love. There's nothing really I won't eat.
I don't like olives. No.
I love olives. I can eat them right out of the jar.
Yeah.
Don't even need to bother. My favorite thing to do is those are good. And then at Costco, they sell the artichoke hearts in like the oil and vinegar. You ever seen that jar? You should find this jar. It's at Costco, and it's like not a sponsor yet. The artichoke hearts, and you pop it open, and you can literally just eat the artichoke hearts right out of the jar because it's like an oil and vinegar. You can take it and use it as like a salad dressing. I've done that.
Really?
Yeah, they're delicious. Other than that, go.
My favorite quote was, "What kind of night you trying to have?"
Yeah.
Because that is a conversation, and I don't know if men do that, but it is a conversation that girls do that. I have girls' nights with a few of my friends every like 3 months or so, and we're like, okay, what kind of night are we trying to have? Are we doing a stay in snacky night and wine, or are we doing a let's go out and drink night? Yeah. And it's like an actual, like, you have to gauge what your friend needs in that moment. Like, whoever is struggling the most, it's like, okay, what kind of night do you want to have? And I just loved that because it was just so real, because women actually do that. Do guys do that?
No, I've actually never asked what kind of night you're going to have. I feel like I've just bumped into nights.
Okay. They just
For me, they just get off the rails on their own. At least they used to. Not as much anymore. I'm a little too smart for my own good now. But yeah, in my 20s or and that, you know what? Even when I was like 10 years ago, I was in Portland, and some nights in Portland would get out of control. But no, it's rare when you like call your friend and go like, "We're gonna get weird."
Yeah, I mean, in our late 30s, 99.9% of the time, couching it, snacking, and drinking wine wins.
Yes.
But that one little
sometimes you
bit,
gotta get out.
Sometimes we're like, let's go to a country bar, and then when 11 o'clock rolls around, we're like, we're all tired now.
That's one of my favorite things about getting older is all of my parties now start like at 2 or 2:30. Like yesterday, I went out to something with a friend. We were celebrating, and it started at 2:30. I was home.
Perfect.
I literally was home by 8:30, and then I forgot I needed some things for breakfast, so I went shopping at the grocery store.
Perfect.
Like I literally went to an all day like fun party, breweries, escape room. You know, we chatted, we did all these fun things.
Oh, you guys were done by 8:30?
We're like 8:39. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, and then I was home, and I was at the grocery store, and I was just laughing. I was just like, yeah. 20 years ago, this would never have happened. I wouldn't have been at the grocery store being like, oh, I better get some more English muffins.
No, remember when we'd be like,
I need some milk. I forgot I need milk for tomorrow for my cereal. I better stop off on the way home.
No way.
After like a whole day of like escape rooms, brewery, all this stuff. Yeah, and we were like drinking, and like, but we only had like one, and they're like, we don't need another round. Like that's when you know you've like you've graduated to like, you know,
going to bed at a decent hour.
Yeah, go to bed at a decent. I was great. I was home. I was in bed by 11:30. It was a great day.
Yes, there's nothing full-blown adults enjoy more than going to bed at a decent hour. If I'm not in bed by 9:30, I'm upset.
Yeah, that's how I know I was getting older, because I remember being in the grocery store last night at like 9 o'clock and just being like, it was just me and like 3 other old people, and we were just like looking for stuff.
This is the best time to come, guys. Good job.
I know. It was great. I had a whole store to myself. Had a whole conversation with the cashier because I couldn't find the Crystal Light. She said, they don't carry it. I was like, what? So there you go.
Oh, no.
I know. I need to find some Crystal Light. We'll see. I'll keep you posted.
Okay. Please do. I
know.
My week is hanging on that information.
I know. Your whole day is hanging on this, I bet. Hopefully episode 5 is all about Crystal Light.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so changes or predictions. Do you have any for this one, or are we maintaining kind of what we've been saying?
I'm maintaining what we're saying. The only reason I'm maintaining what I'm saying is because Carmi was like, have you read the agreement yet? Like, he really wants her to read the agreement, which he may have given her everything she was talking about in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think
like he's going to give her creative control in a way where she can't, it is her house.
Yes.
But continue. I don't know. I cut you off.
Same
I'm sorry.
thing. No, same thing. I'm worried that it's going to set off a chain of events, and I'm worried that either Carmi's going to find out about the Shapiro stuff and things are going to start getting weird, or I'm hoping that she'll read it before she even sits down with Shapiro and she's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I'm just worried. I don't know. I'm worried that they're going to find out and then they're going to be weird with her.
Well, I mean, at that point, like, if she says she's going there, she's just got to go. I mean, there's no 2-week notice, I feel like.
That can't happen.
But I feel like in that situation, but I'm hypothetically, in that situation, hypothetically, Amy, hypothetically.
Okay.
I feel like hypothetically in that moment, like if you say like, hey, I'm going to go start a restaurant with, Chef Shapiro, it's like you just walk out. Like you don't be like, and now we have to do dinner service for a month. Like, no. There are only 22 days left in the restaurant. Maybe 21 at this point, or 20. I don't know how many. I don't know what day this was.
Not if Mr. Clark has anything to say about it.
Tell you, Mr. Clark and Rob Reiner. I don't know his name, but I'm just going to keep calling him Rob Reiner because Rob Reiner's amazing.
So exciting.
There's so many, they're setting us up real well. I mean, and it's only episode 4, which is so awesome. It's like usually shows lately have been like, this is like episode 7, you know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, we only get 1 more, damn it. We have 4 more.
Yeah, except we have to wait because we're not recording until Friday.
That's right. I get to watch one today.
Are you going to?
Probably, yeah, because I'll watch it again next week to get my notes together again.
Okay, I might too.
I'm definitely going to watch number 5.
Okay.
I got to go make my lunch. It won't be the world's most delicious hamburger helper.
So good. And then
I'm going to the store today and buying hamburger helper, tomato paste, onions,
cheese,
cheese.
I don't know what kind of cheese though.
It looked rindy, so I'll look at some rindy cheese.
Maybe a smoked Gouda would be good in Hamburger.
Gouda. I feel like that's what we're having for dinner.
Yum.
I think that's what I'm having for dinner. And then panko. You gotta do the panko. You gotta do the panko.
Crisp.
And you gotta crisp up the
crunch.
panko. I was watching that. I was just like, that's amazing.
So good.
And I love Sydney's face when she was like, hey, like hamburger helper. It's like, what's hamburger helper? And Sydney's like, her face was like, this is a crime.
Are you serious?
This is a crime.
So cute. The whole episode was just cute.
TJ, you were amazing. The sister, friend, Chantel, she was amazing. Like, it was such a great, it was just such a great snapshot of seeing Sydney, the real Sydney. So I don't think we've seen that Sydney yet. The fun, laughing,
just like a friend.
joking Sydney, just a friend. We've only seen like Chef Sydney fighting for her life or fighting her own insecurities or her own. What is that when you don't think you're worthy?
Oh, imposter syndrome.
Yeah, she's fighting her own. I always feel like she's fighting her imposter syndrome. Like she's always like, I'm not a great chef, whatever.
We got a character development episode.
There you go. There it is.
Amy with
the drop the mic.
That's right. But someone please tell me what worms mean.
The candy.
Oh, you're right. Look at me trying to associate it with hair.
You and I both. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Worms. She said
worms.
You love
candy
these
worms.
things.
Because at the end, I loved how she was eating them at the end and her teeth hurt.
Oh, Jeff, you're so smart.
That's why it just totally clicked to me. I was like,
oh my
worms.
gosh.
Oh, gummy worms.
Gummy worms.
Which are delicious, by the way.
So good. Sour gummy worms.
Yes.
Gosh, you're smart. Thank you for that. That would have driven me nuts.
Yep.
And then I would have tried to find it on the internet, and then there would have been spoilers.
You want spoilers? I know. Every time I go on the internet, I'm looking for a certain bit of information. You have to be very careful. You're like, oh, jeepers.
Cover your eyes. Close your ears.
Cover your eyes.
Earmuffs.
All right. I think we did it again.
We did.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Go us. Where are my balloons?
Give us some balloons.
No, balloons are these?
Give us some balloons, Amy.
There's no balloons.
No balloons today. All right. Well, if you enjoyed today's episode, like and subscribe, everybody. We like it. We're glad you're here. We're excited that you're listening, and there'll be more. The Bear. Next one we got coming up is season 4, episode 5. Episode 5. So like and subscribe, and love hearing your feedback. And so, Amy, sign us up.
Thank you for rewinding with us. Toodaloo.